Okay, cool. We're on. All right. So welcome to the Barriers and Breakthroughs show. I am Rochelle Painbaum, the Pain Whisperer, and yes, I've been traveling and have been doing our show from out of state the last 3 weeks. So it's good to be back in Houston, and we are having a great show today because I'm super excited about who our guest is. Also, we are wanting to tell you who our sponsors are, because on the Barriers and Breakthroughs show we have sponsors, and if you are watching live on Facebook you get a great deal. So first of all, Racer's Edge Hand Car Wash in Pearland. If you go in this next week and say that you watch the Barriers and Breakthroughs show, you go ahead and get a free hand deluxe car wash. So Kayla's joining us. Hi Kayla, she's from our BNI group, and Claudia, gracias. Gracias, Claudia, por estar con nosotros. Espero que aprendas algo nuevo hoy. So, so anyway, let's go ahead and get started because we have a great interview today with Aurora Ibarra. So she is the owner of Maximum Impact CrossFit, right over here off of the Beltway and Beamer, kind of in southeast Houston is what you call it, yeah. So I'm gonna just have her tell us a little bit about her story because she has a great story. What I want you to learn on the Barriers and Breakthroughs show is that we all have barriers that we have in our lives, and there's things that lead us to have breakthroughs, which can be very inspiring. So that's my hope for you today, is that you'll learn maybe something that will help inspire you to be a better person, to go help somebody else out there, and make your life important and meaningful by helping other people and overcoming your barriers. So we have Aurora. Am I saying your last name right? Ibarra?
Ibarra. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Hablas español también.
Mm-hmm.
Sí, muy bien. So we will speak in English, but anyway, so tell us a little bit about how you became a gym owner. And well, first of all, you're a mom, a grandma.
I am.
So just kind of tell us how you became a gym owner and a little bit about your story.
Okay. Since I was a kid, I had a lot of energy, and I love being outdoors, and I love being fit, and I love to dance and exercise, and I was always in trouble because I was a girl, and that wasn't something that we were supposed to be doing.
Sounds like
but,
me too.
But I like doing those things.
Hey, Oti,
and,
Oti está mirando también. Hi, Oti.
And so I like climbing trees. And I guess early on I figured out I had some upper body strength, which is not common for a female. My grandmother, Guadalupe Salazar, was a tough lady. She could do everything and anything, and she was, a head honcho over her crews and her work crews, and I loved everything about her. She was really, really strong, and I wanted to be a lot like her. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, she had her first heart attack, not too much later than 50 years old.
Wow.
And it was a hard thing for me to see and witness.
That's really young.
It is really young because she worked hard and long hours, but she didn't exercise. Okay. And she suffered a stroke at 62. And so I started just looking at my grandparents and seeing all these health issues. Mm-hmm. And I thought to myself, something's not right here. I just don't want to end up that way. So I went through school. I liked PE. I loved PE. I just loved it. I didn't get to play sports. My mother was a single mother of 6, and
wow.
She raised us, so we had a lot of responsibilities.
Wow, that's
so
amazing.
I missed out on all the athletic teams. Yeah. And when I was 16, I was invited to watch a gymnastic meet. And after the gymnastic meet, everybody cleared the floor, and I just thought that looks like fun. So I got up there and did a parallel bar with no effort, and well, I had to work, but I did it like a varsity player or a gymnast. And I got talked to immediately, like, do you want to do gymnastics? I'm like, well, I don't know. And I made the team.
Cool.
And so
yeah, the upper body strength.
Yeah, I did. It was a natural thing for me.
Excuse
and
me.
that was the only sport I played in high school. I tried cross country, needed some more training for that one.
Yeah. Running.
So not long after that, I wanted to, go to college, and I just wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And they were telling us, business is it, banking and finance. And I was like, I don't want to do that. But that's what the counselor was pushing.
Yeah.
And I got a job at Bank of America at 17. I did a lot of administrative work.
Wow, that's young.
Yeah.
Hey, Kelly.
So-
Hi. Hey, Jason Hathaway. You know Jason. Hey, great. Thanks for joining us. I hope you can learn something, a little bit about CrossFit. So she's working at 17. We're back on that. So that's amazing. You're a hard worker, I can tell.
I am.
Yeah.
So I went to college immediately at 18 at Merced Community College in California, and then I got married.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of went off track there for a little bit, but I still wanted to go to college, and I worked for, so my first husband could go to college, and he got his degree, and then we moved here. And when we moved here, I started to take fitness classes, and I started to, so I've been teaching fitness for 36 years before I became a CrossFitter.
Okay.
Group X instruction, and
How many kids did you have?
I have 4.
You have 4. Okay, so you were teaching even after having kids and all that, just
In
doing all that.
between, and that's the job that I love the most.
Yeah.
But I was working as an accounting clerk, a receptionist. I did administrative work. I worked for Nabisco Brands doing 10 key. I didn't like
You can
any of
have
it.
4 kids, you can do 5 jobs,
And still
you
go
can
to
do
college.
fitness, yeah, and still go to college. Like, this is awesome. Pretty amazing.
So I wanted to change course, and I heard of physical therapy, occupational therapy. I heard of human fitness and performance.
We like
But
physical therapy.
I had started the business degree, so I wanted to finish it. So I did my associate's degree in business at San Jacinto College South.
Yeah.
Then I went to University of Houston, downtown.
Hola, Melissa. Ella está en Argentina. Es una amiga mía de Argentina. Hi, Melissa.
Hola.
Buenos Aires. Thank you for joining us.
So, and then I went to LaTourneau University and finished my bachelor's degree at LaTourneau University.
Yeah.
All married, kids. You know, I just worked hard and fought for it. And the biggest barrier for me to go to college was that I wanted to go, and my mother was like, I don't know how you think you're going to go. You know, she
Wow.
really didn't see how she was going to be able to support me through that. And
Your mom did not want you to go to college.
she wanted me to go, but she didn't see how it was going to be possible to
Okay.
go. And
Wow, that's a big barrier. That's
it
good.
was really tough. And also in high school, I was also passed along through the grades, and nobody really noticed that I was unable to read or write, and I was already a junior in high school. And I was at the point where they weren't going to pass me, and they said, you can't pass, we can't graduate, you're not ready to graduate, you can't pass these tests. So I took classes.
It wasn't because you couldn't speak English.
No.
None of that.
No.
So just
I
so
just
much
was-
going on.
I was passed along and not really taught how to read and write. And my mother being, you know, working 2 jobs and having 6 kids, I mean, she didn't spend a lot of time with us. She couldn't spend the time, so
I know.
I had to. It is just
I'm
tough.
not a single mom, but I know how hard it is with kids.
So I took classes
Yeah.
on my own to try to learn how to write and read better and increase my vocabulary, and that's how I was able to push my grade point average up to a 3.62, and I graduated with that.
Woohoo!
Yeah. But even at junior college at San Jacinto, it wasn't easy for me. I had to take the introductory to every class that I could take, and I
And you were
fought
still
for it.
working all this time.
Yes.
See,
I'm
that's
still
that's
working.
important. My kids,
Still
I want my
working.
kids to work and pay for school because it helps you like in real life. You know what I mean? Like
It's very,
you got to
very
learn how to
possible.
work hard.
You do, and I worked at a daycare because I didn't want to leave my kids. So I worked at a daycare so I could make a little money to pay for school. And then when I had to take my children to take exams several times. I mean, I've taken,
That's
I think,
amazing.
the 3 older ones to exams
Sit here
at different
while I
times.
take my test.
And I've had to do that
Wow.
at various times, and it was hard.
That's
It was
amazing. I
stressful.
really admire that. That's really amazing. You know?
So I mean, moms can do it. I mean, it's possible. You just
Yeah.
have to have that willpower and fight for it.
Yeah.
And so that's how I managed to get through college. And even then, I graduated with a business degree. And but I wasn't happy. And so I wanted to be a police officer. And
Okay.
I thought, you know, that's a job that it's physical and it's justice, and I really wanted some justice for the world, and I was one of those, but they weren't hiring. And at that point, I already had gotten divorced, and I was looking for a job. So I saw an ad in the paper for the Houston Fire Department, and I thought, let me apply for that. Let me just put an application, and I got accepted, and I got an interview, and they put me through the agility test, and I passed it, and I got into fire school.
Yeah, I can imagine. You just, no problem doing the obstacle course. Like 50 push-ups, no problem. Right?
It was tough. It was really tough, you know,
Yeah.
and made
So you
it through.
became a firefighter.
I became a firefighter. I
Wow,
did.
that's amazing.
I was in about 10 years, and I suffered some injuries, and then I remarried, and I had another child,
Yeah.
and at that time, between the pregnancy and my injuries, somewhere between there, the fire department decided that I couldn't do that job anymore
Wow.
because the doctor wouldn't release me back to work. So I was caught in the middle of the doctor not letting me go back to work, and I know I can still do this job, but I need a medical doctor to say I can do this job, and the
Wow.
city cut me off.
Tell me what it's like to be a woman and a firefighter. I mean, I don't know any women that are firefighters. You got to tell me a little bit about that. Did you love it?
I loved it.
Really?
And that was the hardest thing, letting go of
To
that,
let
because
go? Wow.
if you can see what I do here, I help people. Preventative health, preventative health maintenance or
Wellness.
wellness.
Yeah.
And as a firefighter, I was helping people, and whether it was just helping somebody get out of bed, or helping somebody who had just been in a car accident, or somebody in a fire, and made a lot of fires with my husband. That's how I met my husband. We made a lot of EMS runs together.
You're meant to be there. Hey, Randall. He's the one who inspired me for the show. Thank you, Randall. I love that you joined us. Thanks, Debbie Keith, for joining us. Debbie was joining us.
Hi, Debbie.
Hey, Debbie. Did you know she was a firefighter? Okay, this is awesome. You have to have a one-to-one, so you know about all this stuff. So.
We actually had one today.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So after leaving the fire department, I thought, what can I do? So I did real estate for a short term, and realized that I wasn't really a salesperson. I really wasn't really, I wasn't really comfortable, but I still kept teaching fitness. And in fitness, my classes were full. So my Latin dance class would have 70 people in there. People just liked the way I taught classes. And so
Cool. I'm glad you knew that. I didn't know that, so that's cool. Good job, Debbie.
as a firefighter.
Okay, so you're teaching Latin dance classes. Like, I don't know anybody else that has all these talents. Really, this is amazing.
Well,
Yeah. Wow.
and that was before Zumba came out, and so that's what I enjoy doing. I like helping people, and everything I think I've ever done that I stuck with, I've helped people.
Yeah, it's rewarding.
It's very rewarding.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's what I like to do. So
Yeah. You have a great vision for that.
I still have friends that are in the fire department, a lot of friends, and one of my girlfriends is
And your husband?
24 years.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's back up a little bit about your husband.
Sure.
Hey, David. David Rail and I went to high school together. So I saw him last year at our 30-year high school reunion. Thanks for joining us, David. Good to hear from you. Okay, so wait, tell us. Yeah, so she met her husband as a firefighter, so obviously God put you there for a reason, I would think. But so he was a firefighter too?
He was.
Okay, that's really cool.
But when I came in the fire department, a lot of people don't talk about these things, and I wanted to write a book someday, but when I got in the fire department, there were some barriers there as well. I mean,
Yeah.
it was very tough.
Being a female, I'm
Being
sure.
a female, being 5'2".
Did you have like muscles?
Walking into a station full of guys that are 6 foot tall and burly looking men that, I definitely had to prove myself and, go the extra mile and,
Like arm wrestle him?
yeah. Just,
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I
okay.
mean,
It's
I guess,
okay.
having courage and being tough. I mean, did they win your respect? I mean, did you win their respect? The other way?
Some of them, yes. Yep. I
But it
you
was
have
still
to prove-
challenging.
It was challenging. I mean,
Yeah.
it was one of the toughest things I had to do.
Wow.
It was really tough because you want to do this job, you want to help people, and sometimes people just don't think you fit.
Yeah.
And you fit.
Yeah.
And you just have to do what you have to do.
She sounds a lot like I was. Growing up, I wanted to be a police officer. I just wanted to do something that was kind of outside the box. I don't know. But I don't know why I wanted to either. But but you've done that. That's really cool. That's really amazing. You've done difficult things.
I did become a police officer because my plan was become a police officer, go to law school, become a lawyer, and eventually run for judge.
Got it.
I took firefighting, EMS work, helping people out there that needed help, and
Yeah.
But I never gave up on the fitness stuff. Even
Yeah.
in the fire department, I spent 2.5 years on the fitness specialist team.
Okay.
We got equipment for the fire station so they can work out there.
Yeah.
We gave lectures on nutritional education, things like that. So I enjoyed that part of my time there as well.
Yeah.
And
So you also reach out in the community. So she just had a carb loading party here. And I did a little video, I'll post that after to Facebook, where I heard her talking to all these kids on the swim team, right?
yes,
They have their big meet tomorrow, so they were carb loading here. Carrabba's donated
Carrabba's,
their Italian food. And so these kids, I just heard her instructing. I did a little video of how to eat right, what kind of things to eat, how to help them prepare for doing a big physical event. And you don't even know these kids, right? Most of them.
no, yeah, maybe 2 or 3.
And it sounded like she was their mom, in my opinion. Like she's just like
Coach
and,
Mama Bear.
Yeah. So what would you like to, what have you learned from fitness? You've been through 4 pregnancies, you said?
Actually, 6.
6 pregnancies. And maintain, obviously, you look fantastic in my opinion.
I do my best.
Maintain your strength.
Do my best.
You were telling me about some of your your barriers of your injuries. You've hurt your knees, your shoulder.
So I suffered a back injury back in 2000. I believe it was 2000. And it was a L5S1 tear or a rupture. And,
Disc rupture?
Disc rupture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they do surgery?
No. And they wanted to do that, and that was part of the reason
They always
why.
want to cut on you.
Yeah, that was the last resort, and that was one of the reasons why I decided not to, and I wasn't willing to. And I was also expecting, so I just,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
So then the knee happened, volleyball PCL tear. This is not even CrossFit. This is like, playing sports, soccer for my MCL tear, doing things like dodgeball with the kids. Whoops.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I've never gotten hurt in CrossFit. I mean, CrossFit's controlled, and
That's good to know. So yeah, tell us a little bit more about that. I mean, because people have heard a lot about getting injuries in CrossFit, and so that's what I've seen a lot as a physical therapist. So like, what would you tell what is CrossFit? Like, start with that, and then for people that don't know, what's the difference between that and a gym? Like, should I join a CrossFit? How can it help me? Those kind of things.
Okay, so a gym is a place you have a membership. You go in there and you kind of do the things that you like to do. Most people do those things. And there's not a lot of guidance there unless you go with a personal trainer. And a personal trainer will give you guidance. I have family members that are personal trainers. They're great.
Yeah.
My nephew Alex is the head trainer at 24 Hour Fitness in Las Vegas.
Cool.
And
So you got in the family.
And he's fantastic at what he does. He does one-on-ones. So in CrossFit, I also do personal training one-on-ones, but we have small groups of people in a classroom setting, and what we do is, like personal training, it's personal attention, and we go from member to member, watching them 360 degrees, work in the room, looking for mistakes and faults and possible things that they're doing that may cause an injury, and we correct those things as we see them, and we don't move on until that person's corrected and fixed. So that's the first thing.
Explain a little bit about the class. So what is it that you're learning in the class? Like lifting weights, like what power moves, what's the object of the class?
Okay, so CrossFit, first of all, is a complete core strength and conditioning program. So we're focusing on the core muscles. Why? Because without the spinal cord, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So we focus on that first.
Okay.
And conditioning. So we use the elements of weightlifting, including powerlifting and Olympic lifting.
Okay.
So it's a little bit high skill, high risk.
Those are.
So it takes a lot of attention, and one-on-ones. And we also use metabolic conditioning, which is a combination of monostructural, running, biking, rowing, swimming, when we can get cardiovascular stuff. And then we use gymnastic skills, which is basic push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, and air squats. Advanced movements, progressions into ring rows, ring pull-ups, muscle ups, and so there's progressions to everything. So what we do, though, if a person comes in here and they say, Coach, I really want to join the program, the first thing I say is, I evaluate you, and I'm like, let me look at you squat, and let me look at you do certain tasks, and let me give you a fit test.
Wow.
And at that point, I also do some things for people like, I didn't come to work out. Okay, well, let me do a test that's been used for 10 years, and I have them sit on the floor and I have them get up.
That's a good test.
And,
yeah, a lot of my elderly patients cannot do that. And they're terrified to do it, believe it or not.
And we lose that kind of function, and because we continue to sit in chairs like this, and we don't squat properly, we don't get off the floor, on the floor and off the floor, and even to save our lives. And we got to think about that. That's really important. You should be able to save your own life, plus one.
That's really powerful. Like, I'm ready to join. That's awesome. And the way you explain it is very good because it's so comprehensive what you can do. Plus, you do a good assessment, you know, to help them know like where to start. So anybody at any level can start safely and be at a good level, and you can help them progress.
Absolutely. So I want to address the injury issue because I came into CrossFit injured already. I have clients come in here with knee braces on, and they say, well, I had surgery, double knee replacement surgery, or my knee hurts, and they come in here, and if they leave, when they do leave, if they do, they're box jumping. And I'm talking 60-year-olds. Think about that, box jumping, 16 inches off the ground, and they're box jumping.
That's awesome.
People come in with knee sleeves or knee braces, and they leave out of here. I mean, they're here, they work out, and they no longer need the knee sleeves. Let me rephrase that. Knee brace. We use knee sleeves because we want to keep the joints warmed, and we want to keep them protected.
Yeah, the neoprene sleeves.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I get people in here all the time, well, this bothers me, that bothers me. People get hurt when they're out of alignment, and it's our job to look at those mechanics and make sure that they're not out of alignment. So I see it all the time. Somebody goes, oh, this is bothering me. And I'm like, when you came off of that pull-up bar, you rounded your shoulders. It's absolutely going to bother you. So the way you go up, you have to come down. That spine needs to be rigid and strong. That's core strength. So we focus on core strength first.
Great.
And if I don't like something, I'm very, very protective, Coach Mama Bear. I'm like, dude, you need to deload. That's too much for you. You're not even able to stay straight. I need you straight.
So you're maintaining your proper form, which sounds like you've had physical therapy.
I have.
Because you definitely know what you're talking about, where you want to maintain proper form, because that's a good way to not get injured if you maintain proper form. She sounds like an expert to me. I can tell as a physical therapist, she knows what she's talking about.
So when people get hurt, they either don't take advice from us, and we're saying deload or let's correct this, and they don't listen, or they get hurt because they're trying to go too fast. And we really focus on intensity here.
Hey, Tiffany. Tiffany's joining us. Thanks for joining us. Awesome, being supportive. Appreciate it.
So we tell our people intensity comes in two forms: load, which you may not be ready for, or speed. Okay, you're not ready for this load, and you need to slow down because you're not ready for that speed.
Right.
Okay, and when people don't take that advice, then people get hurt.
Yeah.
So CrossFit doesn't hurt people.
It's people that don't listen and follow your instructions.
Exactly.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that's awesome. So, so I want you to show me if you wanted to be a ninja warrior. Like, I'm sure people come in here for that, right?
Well,
can you make me a ninja warrior? Or, I don't know.
So a lot of people like to do mud runs and things like that. So we're doing one in April. A group of us here, and we do 5Ks here because we like them. So and that's not CrossFit because a lot of CrossFitters don't like to run, but we recommend it.
Okay, so why do people like CrossFit? Is it because of the group? Which to me, that's one of the principles I talk about. Like, if you want to be successful in fitness, get somebody, get your workout buddy. There's power in twos, powers in groups. So is that what you think with CrossFit? Like, because you're doing a group, you're doing a mud runner together, it keeps you motivated.
It's community, and also it's accountability. So we have people here, and they're used to seeing each other. And hey, where are you at? And I will tell you the truth. If I don't see somebody, I text people.
Good.
Like, I haven't seen you for a week. And that's not an automated message. That's me reaching out and saying, is everything okay? I haven't seen you. And I'm
Mama Bear.
So community is very important, and a lot of people need that. They need someone else. They need that group.
Yeah.
And I'm one of those people. I like group exercise, and I like being in a group. And a lot of CrossFitters are competitive but don't want to compete. I think human nature is to be competitive. Yeah. So I love you, but she beat me today. I'm gonna get her next week. And it's healthy competition.
Yeah.
So I think everybody needs something Some people
to
need the
motivate
buddy
'em.
system, some people need the accountability, some people
Goals,
need
maybe.
that competitiveness
Yeah.
between each other, and we're close here.
That's
We're
awesome.
tight knit.
Sounds super fun. Like, really, I'm excited to learn more. Possibly might join. I don't know if I can get my husband. So, or at least to try. I'll try and come on a Saturday. Okay, so tell everybody, like, you can come try it out, right?
Yes, so we have Try It Tuesdays at 7 p.m.
Tuesdays at 7.
And
Try
then-
it Tuesday, 7 p.m.
And then we also have the second Saturday of every month, which is at 9:30. It's an open house and an optional workout.
Okay, second Saturday, 9:30.
Yes.
You can just try it out and come out. So now we're going to go move to some of the things in the gym that she's going to tell us and demonstrate, hopefully, like I'd like to know myself. So is that okay?
Sure.
We can go over and take a look at some things here. Okay. I'm just going to work out my scrubs. But so I see these here. These are barbells, right?
Yes, these are barbells. So these are the men's Olympic, are the tall ones.
Uh-huh.
And then the medium-sized ones are the women's, and then the ones in the back are training bars. They're 15 pounds,
Okay, 45 pounds,
35,
35,
and then 15.
and then 15. Okay. And so what are they doing with these? You want to show me?
Sure. So there are 9 essential moves to that, and not all of them involve, but 3 of the moves for the upper body are from the
Cleans?
shoulder position. Well, that's a hang clean. Very good. So,
I know
but one of
what
the
that
9
is.
essential moves is a press. Okay, so from here, we keep the core tight. Everything's tight. We tuck our chin, and the elbows are to the front, and we just push that bar up overhead. We lock out and bring it right back down. That's just a regular press, and we also do a push press. So I'm going to go up kind of quickly.
So you're going
We-
to jump back?
Push press. Okay? And then there's the push jerk.
Okay.
Okay? And so that's 3
Do you go
shoulder
to the
moves.
side or do you go to the back?
So the one that I demonstrated is just a push jerk. The one you're talking about is called a split jerk.
Oh, split jerk.
So
Okay.
you split the legs.
Yeah, I have a friend that is training me doing that for fun, so just for fun.
So that is an Olympic lift, and it does require more skill training.
Yeah.
It really is an Olympic lift. So what you were seeing me do to get that bar overhead, that it is a hang clean. It's a high hang clean or a power clean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it's quick. So those are the shoulder presses, and then the clean is an Olympic
Okay,
lift.
so I'm
Yes.
gonna try.
Let me give you a different bar. Do you mind?
Why?
This is a 45-pound bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she doesn't know that I lift weights.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Didn't want to hurt you though.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So if you will, cup the bar for me like it's water. So knuckles away from you, hidden away all the way under the bar.
Okay.
And then lengthen your arms. Okay, so let's see, relax your elbows now. Okay, so good, okay. So now, can you get in the power position? So send your hips back slightly, just slightly, and bend the knees. Okay, there you go. You got vertical hips and shoulders here, and lengthen your arms.
Uh-huh.
So what I want you to do to power up, I want you to go down. Dip quick with the bar, down and up real quick.
Okay.
And then clean.
So-
Yeah, a little bit faster.
A little bit faster.
So down, up. So from here, down.
Faster?
Yeah. So your arms are already bent, so that's called an early pull.
Okay.
So what I want you to use is hips first, and when you're done hip extending, then pull. It's a split second. Yes, better.
Was that better?
That's better.
It didn't feel like it was better.
So the reason why is because you're hanging, you're in that power hang position,
Okay.
and you're not using the hips all the way. So from here,
So
you're gonna
here?
go down to the top of your knees and then up.
So it goes down.
Okay, you start in the middle and then down, up.
Okay. So I'm gonna go.
There you go. So the only thing I will tell you if I'm training you is to keep that bar close to your body. So one of my golden rules is keep the load close. So what I'm looking for is that bar stays in the middle of your body. If I cut you in the frontal plane, front half, this bar needs to travel on this plane right here and not out here. So if I stand here, go ahead and get in position. This is what I do to my people. Don't hit me. Don't hit me.
Oh. Wow.
Go for it. Very good.
Okay.
So now that bar traveled exactly where it needs to be so you won't get hurt.
Cool.
Okay?
She knows what she's talking about because I'm a physical therapist. And she, yeah, exactly, is telling me the right thing because you want to keep a load to your body so you don't hurt your back.
Yes.
So, cool. Good teaching. Okay, let's look at some of this other stuff. Okay. You're strong.
Oh, you're strong too.
And she's a grandma. That's amazing.
Yes, I got 6.
6 grandkids.
6 grandkids.
Wow.
I started young.
Okay, so
So this right here, so this is a pull-up bar. So I mean, if somebody comes in here, a woman, and they can't, we tell them, okay, let me check on your pull-up. You know, what? Okay, so that's a strict pull-up. Okay, and if they can't do that, then we use these bands here
to help them.
and to help them.
Okay.
And even more than that, some people still can't do. And we have big bands, little bands. We have a lot of bands. I mean, but if somebody can't do, can you do it?
I can do it if I jump a bit. I think.
Let's see. Good. That counts.
What?
Good. That counts.
I didn't get my chin over.
Because, you know, a lot of people make the mistake. A lot of people make this mistake, and they come up when they do the jumping ones. They come up, and then they let go right here. This is an incomplete rep.
Okay.
Okay? A rep is up, down. Okay? All the way. Full elbow extension, and then you feel the lats working.
Yeah.
Okay? So we use things like this when a person can't. So if I have a workout that says 20 pull-ups, and you can't do 20 pull-ups, then obviously you're going to need some help. Or we'll use the ring ropes.
So how does this work?
So it goes right in your leg.
Oh, good. So a little bit of resistance.
And it helps.
Okay, so I'll try that one and see. I'm not in my workout clothes, but. Okay. So just.
Yeah, so what I'm looking for here is, so, you know, we talked about skills, okay? So what I'm looking for is that your hands are outside your shoulders, so you can actually bring them out a little bit. So let me give you a tip. The wider your arms are, the less distance you travel.
Oh, you're right. I might not be as strong. I'm not as strong.
It's okay. So,
Sorry.
so I'm going to show you one narrow grip, and then I'm going to show you
But
one
I
wide
have
grip.
been sick for a month. So
I'm going to show you a
I've
narrow
done my
grip so you
pull-ups.
can see, look how far my head has to travel. Okay? And then if I'm out here, look how far. Shorter
No,
distance.
yeah.
And you also work the right muscles, the lat muscles.
lats.
So the narrower you are, shoulders.
Yeah.
Okay?
Cool. Cool. All right. You are strong. I love it.
Oh, I'm strong, but
So-
I'm working on my power. It's a
What are
completely
the-
different skill.
What are the cages for? Like,
Okay, so
these are all pull-ups?
these are for pull-ups. Another thing that we do here is toes to bar. It's an advanced move. So I'll show you here. I'm sorry I'm moving so fast, but
That's okay.
okay. So from here we do,
Okay.
okay, or a kick
For core.
for core. And if you can't do that, then we start you here. Okay?
And same, so the big tall bars are for.
For taller people. Yeah. And muscle ups. Oh, that's good. That's a good one too. So how about knees to chest? Get above a little bit higher, just like right here. There you go. Yeah. Feel that?
Yeah. I can work on that too.
Yes.
Cool.
So we use that, and also we have these J hooks or clips, and these are for the barbells.
Yeah.
So
So you can do
we can do
squats,
like front squats, back
front squats,
squats,
back
you know,
squats.
things like that.
and load it. Okay.
We like to play on the monkey bars, go across the monkey bars.
For Ninja Warrior stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, so I see these rings here. I saw all the kids playing on them.
Yeah, so this is a very advanced, because you being a physical therapist, I mean, you know how
Shoulder
the rotator cuff injuries can
Yeah.
happen. But very basic, if a person can't even they can't do a band, this is the scale, they do a ring roll. Okay, so they build that upper body strength, because a lot of people can't keep that chest up, so that's what I do. I have them scale this.
It's like TRX. So what?
So what I want you to do is, you're gonna lean back. Okay, there you go, just like that. And then naturally, what I want you to is grip up higher like this. See if you can grip higher. There you go. Okay, and then you're gonna stay in that plank position. Okay, I want you to take your chest up, the back straight, right there. And don't let that drop. Come up, and then come down. Good. Come up, and then down. Very good. All right.
It's
So
not-
if you
it's
want it
not
a
these
little
things?
bit, yeah, those are dips. So think about that, the muscles for, I mean, you might be able to, but so if you want to prevent an injury, that has to stick right there.
Right.
Yeah, that's not an easy thing to do. That's an advanced move. So
So I need more core strength to be able to do it.
Notice how your shoulders are a little bit rounded, so what I need is keep your chest straight, keep your back contracted here, and you can lean forward, but it's just, that's not an easy thing to do. That's an advanced, so think about the regular dip on
Get
a
my
stable
feet off the
surface.
floor. That's it. Yeah.
So normally we dip on those handles, or we do the
So what
box
if you
dips.
just-
You
Oh, you
can,
still can.
you can, but you want to control the reins, so you want to keep the reins close the whole time.
Yep.
It's not easy. It's
Not easy.
It's
It
not
looks easy, it's not.
So I, with my shoulder the way it is, I try not to do a whole lot on these reins.
Yeah.
I mean, I just, unless I'm taped up with the KT tape, I mean, there's just no way. I'm not gonna mess around with my rotator cuff muscle. So I train, I put bands there. So you want me to show you? Let me show you the
To
band?
help you do it,
Yeah.
assisted?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? You just put the band in here, and your knees go on the band, and you
Yeah.
just, okay. So that's what I would do with
It
somebody
still
if they can.
works your core.
It still works the core, and it works the triceps.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so then, this is for just like sit-ups.
So this is called a glute ham developer,
Okay.
GHD. And
GHD, okay.
so what this does is, I'm gonna show you a hip extension, and this is what it was originally for, okay?
Uh-huh.
So from here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drive straight up, but I'm gonna focus on squeezing the hamstrings and the glutes.
Okay.
I'm not using any of this here,
Uh-huh.
okay? And then you just come down.
Yeah.
So I'm squeezing the glutes and the hamstrings.
Yeah.
That's the original purpose of this contraction.
And you just put your legs here.
Yes, now you're taller than me though. How tall are you, Rochelle?
I'm 5'4".
Okay, let me push you back just a
Yeah,
bit.
probably needs to adjust it back.
Because
one.
you're, yeah.
Okay.
So you want to get your feet as close as possible and then come all the way forward. So I'm looking for positioning here. So I see that your hips are off. Good. Okay, so you touch the floor.
Wait. Oh, touch the floor.
Yeah. So relax there for a second. So what I want you to remember is just squeeze the hamstrings and the glutes and stop there.
So I'm coming up.
Come all the way up, right there.
What about my arms?
Your arms can be there, that's okay.
Doesn't
Do
matter.
you feel
when
your
my arms are.
hamstrings? Check you out. It's not easy. So
Yeah.
I'm going to put my hand on your hamstring, the back of your leg, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay, so that develops the hamstrings and the glutes.
Okay.
So if you
So
want
just
to,
come up to this position.
you just come up and down, yeah. So the other one that you can do is a back extension. So
Okay.
I'll show you the back extension, but I just got to move it again. So this is to build the lower back. Okay. Now that's that. Did you see it?
Yeah, right here.
And then the extension.
Quadratus
Okay.
lumborum. Okay.
Okay. So that's a different movement that we do on here as well.
So what was the difference with that?
So the other one was
Do I
hamstrings
need to
and
put this
glutes.
back?
Oh yeah. So the other one was focusing on the hamstrings and the glutes. This one's focusing on the, what you're saying, the quadratus lumborum, or also the ER group.
Yeah.
So just leave your head down. There you go. So come down again. So I want you to try to come up from here, leave your head down,
Mhm.
and then come up from here, and then up there. There you go. So do you feel the difference?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's all lower back.
this is a core strengthening exercise that we do.
Yeah.
So the one that's controversial that people like to talk about is the sit-up on this, because a lot of people lack the flexibility. I tell my girls, my men, you know, this is enough.
Okay.
Okay, I'm okay here as long as I'm feeling the psoas or the iliacus
Uh-huh.
work, and then also the quads, and then
Hip flexors.
yep.
How much percent battery?
I can't.
Okay.
But this is the controversial one.
20%.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know,
I'm not going to do that one. I don't know if my back is that flexible.
And that's the thing, you know, I look at people, I'm like, just check, you know, first they have to get over the fear. Some people are afraid of this thing, and they will not sit up on you like you're doing.
Do I have to adjust it
So
to
it take-
the place?
Yes, so what you want to do is slide your feet this way around, and then you're going to have to, so the whole heel comes in.
Do I have to put this out further?
Oh yeah, let me fix that for you, I'm sorry. There we go. And then you scoot back slowly and put your feet as close as possible together. So right there is good for the abs, right there. Just getting the shoulders and the hips at the same level. So what we haven't talked about yet is power, okay? Power has the intensity of speed. So I want you to come down to my hand, right here. Now put your hands overhead or out. Okay, now I want you to shoot up quick and touch your feet. Shoot up quick, quick. Okay, there's intensity. Okay, hands overhead, and then go quick. Okay, so in CrossFit, power is one of the things that we focus on as well. So when a person's ready to increase the intensity, then we tell them,
Yeah.
we need you to you know, out of a squat, it's the hips. This
Yeah.
is the hip flexors.
Very cool. I'm getting a workout. It's awesome. Okay, so then you use this here.
This is an assault bike. So I get people who taught spin or people who do spin classes and they come in here and they're like, well, I'm used to this, and they get on this for 3 minutes and they're gassed.
Okay.
Um,
What's the difference?
Because this right here assaults you. Just joking. No. It's just the intensity. It requires a lot. You burn calories. We're focusing on calories here. So I had these girls that were here tonight for the carb loading party, and they got on here and I said, okay, who wants to compete for 30, who gets 30 calories done first? At 20 calories, they all jumped off. They were gassed.
Wow.
And these are swimmers that have endurance, that do 4 hours of swimming.
Wow.
But it's a different type of training and something they can benefit from. So you want to do 10 calories real quick?
I don't know if I have enough battery. How's our battery?
Well, we can talk about the other things that you like. Just give me 5 calories as fast as you can. Okay, just start, and I'm gonna show you.
My hair
Calories in the middle.
My hair doesn't get stuck in the fan.
You see where it says time is 50 calories? 5 calories real quick. That's it.
That was hard.
So this is one that you can actually push intensity in for speed, and as long as you're able to do take it, so it's totally safe. You're on a bike, So we use this as one of the elements.
Yeah, that was a good little sprint.
So I have a member here, and she
It's
was
because you're using your arms at the same time.
and your legs, yes, and just to actually touch on that. CrossFit is a lot of compound movements, and that's why it's core work.
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing overhead squats, we're snatching overhead, and we're having to keep this.
Stabilize your trunk.
Yes, yes, and that's why it works. So I have a girl that come in every Saturday. Her name's Sunny. Sanella, if you're watching, I don't know. But, I said, what do you want to do today? She was just one person. And she was like, I don't know. You want to try the bikes? Everybody hates the bikes, are hard.
Yeah.
So I said, why don't we try this? 50 calories on the bike, 50 sit-ups. 50 air squats, 25 calories, 25 air squats, 75. She goes, let's do it. So we were both dying, but she kept up with me. Now she beats me. And so I named the workout Sunny's Assault.
Oh, nice.
So she was like, oh, I get my own workout. So,
Good job. You
Yeah.
named after Sunny. That's cool.
and this is a concept 2 rower.
It's helping clear my chest.
And these come down like this. Yeah, and this is like, rowing a boat or rowing a canoe or being on the Harvard team.
Yeah.
And this is a booger too. I love it. Safest thing, because I know you guys use these for physical therapy, right?
Yeah.
Rehab?
Yeah.
So, you want to hop on that?
Okay.
And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put just row. And all I want you to do is maybe, you want to keep it like light, like 100 calories?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just do 100 meters. I'm sorry, not 100
100
meters. 100 meters. Okay, so good. So that's exactly what I'm looking for, is that they use the legs first and then pull. That gives a more efficient spin on the flywheel. That's very good.
70.
Your split is 206 and 7. That is very good.
75. 100.
Good. So you see that split you have? It was like 2. So that's what we try to maintain that, even if we have a 1,600 meter row. And we try to keep that number as low as possible, because that's going to increase our power output.
So I'm not that bad.
No, did good. Okay. Did real good. So let me help. So we just pull here and just
Loosen it up.
So this is our rope climb. We have different leg locks for this. There's one called the J hook. It's this one here, so it looks like a J. Can you see it?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then we just climb up this way. There's a Spanish wraparound method. And if you can do this and you're good enough, you're ready to climb, because you can just rest all day. Just hang
Okay.
out, you know?
Uh-huh.
And if you get stuck up there and you're tired, then you just hang out until you're ready to come down. You want to try the leg lock? You don't have to go up.
I don't know if I can, so I don't know how to do
Just the leg lock. Okay, so which is your dominant leg?
Right.
Okay, so take that leg here and then go here, and then you're going to cross your foot and lock it in place.
So,
And lock it. There you go. And just hang out. Just relax. Yeah, just,
oh, I'm not going to climb up?
yeah, no, just relax.
So it's just supposed to let you hang
Yeah,
on?
yeah. Well, you know, I can show you one.
I tried the pole climbing thing when I did my, okay.
See? So if you can lock, then we tell people go up a couple, maybe like 2 or 3 feet and come back down.
Do I
'Cause
look
you're
like a
able to.
monkey?
What we don't want is for somebody to go up there and then not be able to climb anymore, but they can't lock on the way down, and then what are they gonna do? Fall. So we don't let people. So if you
so
can't,
it's your basic thing you have to learn
basic thing
first.
is to learn the lock, and if you can't lock, if you can't climb, then we have you up and down
Just practice.
to practice the pulls from the upper body.
Okay, I can try that, I think. So, I just go down. Okay.
So just, yeah.
Not that gorgeous, I'm sure.
Good. Good. Very good.
How was that? Oh man.
So.
Woohoo! I think I'm sweating.
And then sometimes these are for muscle ups, which I am not able to do a muscle up. Like I said, I don't like to play around with my shoulders on this.
Yeah.
Thing, but sometimes I just like to play. You want to see me play?
Yeah, let's
Okay.
see play.
All right.
Just don't hurt your rotator cuff. Oh yeah, okay.
That's me playing.
That looks fun.
Yeah.
That's
That's the only thing I do on these rings
yeah.
right now.
Well, okay, that looks fun. I gotta try it. So you just throw your feet
Don't
up?
let go.
Yeah. Throw your feet up.
Yep. And then straight up.
So it's not that easy.
No, it's
Ugh. I don't have the core strength like you do.
not. I have a little bit of bicep strength too, you know, because I kind of pull myself halfway up and then get up there. You got some strength, because a lot of people can't L-sit like that. And you
Yeah.
can.
It's just getting I just need a little more upper abdominal.
And then the pelvis has to shift forward, like an anterior tilt.
Nope.
So that's why we do the knees to chest. That's why we do the knees to chest. Then we do the knees to elbows. Okay? And then we do the toes to ball. Again,
Yeah.
yeah. Up there.
I just can't quite get with the lever of my legs being out. I almost
There
can
you
do
go.
it like that.
So you do a skin to cat?
Skin the cat?
Yeah, so you're up there.
Oh. Yeah, I can.
So that's a half skin to cat.
Yeah. You're gonna have to throw my legs over for some reason.
That's okay. It's something that you would work on. It's a skill. You would get it. You know, it's just training.
Throw it over.
Yeah, it's just training. You
Yeah.
get it.
Well, next time I'll have it, okay? I'll practice it.
Yeah.
So I'll come for a Saturday or Tuesday. Maybe I can do it in like 3, maybe?
You'd get it. You're strong.
3 for the
You would get it.
Okay, well, it's been an hour-ish, so thank Aurora, you're a champ.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm not even a grandma, and look how you're, like, tough. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I've been super impressed with Aurora, so I hope you all have been inspired. And, yeah, just your life. Working so hard, going through college, overcoming all your barriers, being a firefighter, a female firefighter, owning your own gym, inspiring kids, helping people. like this is a woman you should get to know. I'm so glad I know you.
you.
So remember Tuesdays, try it Tuesdays at 7
PM.
p.m. and Saturdays at 9:30 a.m.
The
Open
second
house,
Saturday
the
of every
second
month. Yeah.
Saturday of every month.
Yes.
And then tell us where you're located.
I'm located on Scarsdale and Beamer. My address is 10851 Scarsdale Boulevard.
So right at Scarsdale and Beamer, South Houston. So come on, check it out. Message me, we'll come together and try it out for fun. So remember Racer's Edge, free deluxe hand car wash if you go in there this next week. Thanks for sponsoring us, Racer's Edge. And again, I'm Rochelle Payne-Baum with the Barriers and Breakthroughs show, so thanks for joining us. Next week, we hope to have Julie Larson, who is a nutritionist, and she does real estate, and she's a guru on real estate. So anyway, stay tuned. If you want to put somebody on the show, message me on Facebook. We have some awesome people that we can put on the show. So if you know anybody that would be really inspiring with the Barriers and Breakthroughs, we'd love to have them on. So just let me know. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.